Hey, how's it going? How's everybody doing? We are, I am going to do some more off-the-shelf collectibles video. I've already done a couple of videos, but I think I mentioned in the last video if anybody bothers to watch them enough. And anyway, I just kind of killing some time anyway, so I got a few things I pulled off the shelf while I wait for my pizza. And we'll talk about them really quick and briefly. I'm going to start off with just some lunchboxes I have. I've mentioned a lot of these things I always mention, like in my videos that I've done. I call it my mini museum, where I scroll through everything and I talk about all the stuff I have. I'll probably do another one of those in a few months. We'll see what happens. Anyway, we'll start off with I think the one I had the first, which is still its original packaging. I don't think it's actually worth much or anything, but Empire Strikes Back lunchbox. Very small one. It's two-sided. I always flip the sides every once in a while. The sides, Luke, Yoda, and R2 on Dagobah. And then here we got inside the Millennium Falcon. I think that's when you're about to go to light speed and something. I don't know. Leia's pissed off. Chewie's doing this thing. I think it's just a drawing of a screenshot. But sorry, you're seeing the camera there. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. But oh yeah. That was pretty much that. And this is just sort of a kind of a artist's rendition. I don't know. Is he trying to raise Yoda? Like that's like the generic Yoda picture that everybody sees everywhere. Is he trying to lift Yoda? I was used to force to lift Yoda. I was like thinking like, I don't think so. Think so? I don't. I think that's what he's thinking. Anyway. And then, oh, I have 4 lunchboxes. I'm gonna grab 3. I'll be right back. Good, silly cat. Good cat. Okay, I'm back. I was like, I know I have 4, and I don't know how I only have 3 sitting there on 4. Anyway, the second one I'll show is, here's the Three Stooges lunchbox. I actually really like the Three Stooges, you know. But what actually really got me to get this was there's also a Laurel and Hardy movie in this. Not really, it's Lucky Dog, so it's before they were Laurel and Hardy as Laurel and Hardy. But that's why I grabbed it on top, because I already had a Three Stooges collection. But I do really like them. They're funny. They're some of the early kings of slapstick. You know, there's so many slapstick comedians back in those days anyway. That's kind of where it come from. A lot of physical humor. They're their own stuntmen, just like Buster Keaton. What's his name? Lloyd. Come to Harold Lloyd. That's what I'm thinking of. You know, they did their own stunts. They were amazing. You know, like these guys didn't do the same stunts that Harold Lloyd and Buster Keaton did. They weren't that extreme, but there's still a lot of physical comedy, them falling down and crashing and hurting themselves. A lot of times it was real, but that's why I got this. Anyway, it's lunchbox. I think I bought this at Winners for like $5. So it's pretty good. So it's on the side. It's got a little book. I actually read this, and it tells you a lot. Like I didn't realize that. I knew most people know that Mo and Shemp were brothers. I didn't know that Curly was a brother, one of the brothers too. I didn't know there was 3 of them. You know, and Larry was just another actor and friend, and then of course you had Joe later on, and then you had Curly Joe. So there's actually 6 Stooges. Think about it. And then what else is in here? And then there's the Laurel Hardy things. And anyway, moving on. We got. Oh, you escaped. The cat was here. I was gonna grab her and make her say hi, but she's gonna come over because she's curious about all this stuff on the floor. But after that, I got Leave It to Beaver Season 1, the Lunchbox edition, which is I really love Leave It to Beaver. I think it's a great show. It's really family friendly and stuff. I mean, you had more extreme shows in the 50s, like The Honeymooners, I Love Lucy, that the comedy was more adult natured, but this is, it's very plain, simple, but it's good. I like it, and it's two-sided. It's got that. This is timer's about to go off. And what do we got inside? It's like a photo album of, I think it's just screenshots from the show, and the DVDs are in here too, but. Or actually, I don't think they're not even screenshots. They're production shots. It's supposed to look like a photo album. Life with the Cleavers. Let me say there. Ward, dear, do you think all parents have this much trouble? There's a couple just production shots. Wally, I'm glad I don't know as much about life as you do. Otherwise, I'd have the biggest chicken. I'd be the biggest chicken in the whole world. It's a quote, I guess. I guess they're all quotes from the show. But. And hey Wally, hey Wally, hey Wally, wouldn't it be neat if a guy could stay a kid all his life? That was a production shot. And there's my timer. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay. Anyway. But, gee, Dad, we wasn't doing nothing. And then there's actually a typo in this. Good morning, Mrs. Cleaver. It's a very pretty dress. It's obviously, the show that was said by Eddie. But there's a typo there. Good morning. So, but you know what? I don't think Eddie was really a troublemaker. I think he was actually kind of a cool character. He was a suck up to parents, but he had some swagger to him. I think he's probably one of the coolest characters in the show. If you had to pick an asshole character, Larry Mondello, because he was the one that was always getting Beaver to do shit he didn't want to do, and he always got in trouble. And 9 times out of 10, when that character was on the show, it was because of him Beaver got in shit. And now, mind you, Beaver was a person of his own. He could have said, "No, I'm not doing that. Fuck off, Larry." But no, Larry was a jerk. Yeah. Mom, when we're in a mess, you kind of make things seem not so messy. And then, it sure is nice when your father's a friend. I think it would have been better if these screenshots from the show instead of these production stills, but oh well. Oh, he's not my friend, mister. He's my brother. I mean, they're probably, because I know that episode, that's the one where they're painting the garbage cans, and I think they tricked the kid across the street, the little boy, into doing it, and then he painted himself, and it was chaos. But, well, actually, I think I still have a receipt here. But, oh, I do. I bought this in 2010. I bought it, I want to say December 7th, 2010, or July 12th, 2010. I don't know. But, there's a receipt. And that was probably a receipt too, but it's faded. Anyway, moving on. We're at 8 minutes, and I'm only talking about this. I was planning on this to be a short video. Oopsie. And then after that, my favorite Lunchbox, because it's my favorite horror movie of all time, or one of my top 2 favorites, my Texas Chainsaw Massacre Lunchbox. Just kind of a cool painting of Leatherface doing Leatherface stuff. And the back's the same picture on the back. So, the tagline, "Who will survive?" Actually, no, wait, what does it say? Yeah, who will survive? Okay, yeah. This was covering it in a weird way, and I read it wrong because I'm reading it. It's backwards to me in the screen here. So, anyway, who will survive? But the following is who will survive and what will be left of them. And actually, I use this to store a lot of my little memorabilia crap of different things. I got all kinds of stuff from like flyers for shows and That was a Public Enemy concert, flyer for a show I went to a few years ago. Movie stubs of movies I don't actually have copies of. Because if I have a copy of the movie, I put the movie stub in it, so when I open it up, and just random shit that's in here. Music stuff, but mostly like movie related things. All kinds of stuff. It's it's a pretty thick stack, and that's just like half of it. But I used to keep it in another box, but it got full, and I started using this one. And what else you can use it for? It's not a real lunch box with a thermos, which would have been super cool. Okay, moving on. All right, this is a quick one. Pirates of the Caribbean from McDonald's is Jack Sparrow. This actually sat in the car for years and years. I don't know what year it came out in. Well, I guess the year the movie came out in. I can't remember what year the movie came out. 2008. Yeah, so 2008, McDonald's Happy Meal toy. And it actually sat in our other car, Civic, for like years. And then when we had to get rid of that car, we got the new one. This came in the house and I popped it on the shelf. It's actually Tracy's, to be honest. It's not even mine. Tracy's sister bought it for her. But, yeah. It's kind of cool. McDonald's. And after that, I got from... I might have put this in a video, or it just might have been on one of my scroll-through videos. It was from Ghostbusters, the Terror Dog. I think that's what they call them. Terror Dogs. This is NECA, so you can see all the detail as NECA always has. Tons of articulation on this toy. Like, this is crazy. Like, you got the jaw, everything, the head moves, the neck itself moves. Like there is so much articulation on this toy. It's crazy. Like, it's just awesome. Like, the feet, everything just moves on this. The body swivels. Like, this was whoever designed this particular toy, this particular collectible, was on the mark. I mean, like, it looks amazing. Like, the detail, like, all NECA, looks really good. But it's out of focus. But anyway, it looks really good. Like, just the detail on the toes, the claws, but the articulation on this is just incredible. Like it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 joints in the knees, or in the legs. I mean, like, that's crazy. Like, that's insane. Like, in the back leg, and the front leg's got like 3, 2. Like it's insane the amount of work put into this, and it's not even like it's, you know, they're essential to the movie. Like, they're really cool things, but they're not like main characters and everything. It's just really well done. And lastly, another NECA. I'm surprised I haven't put this in a video before. It's Dracula. It's one of the earliest NECA statuettes that I had about a long time ago. It's Dracula. Doesn't particularly look like Bela Lugosi. I don't know why it's not focusing here, but it's still really well done. I mean, the costume is well done. I have, like, the hands, I believe, can be changed. I have, like, the other hands, you know, the cape looks really good with the red on the inside, and then of course the wolves, you know, children of the night, what music they make. But it is pretty dusty. It's probably because I haven't actually put this in a video yet. But and the wrinkles on the cape, like, it's really well done. It is a really good toy. But yeah, I don't like to call it toys because you can't really play with it, you know. But it looks good though. I mean, it's got like the detail in the suit. Maybe it was for copyright reasons. They couldn't really use Bela Lugosi's likeness, but it looks good though. It does look good. Even the wolf looks good. Like, it does look like the wolf. The only thing that's weird is it's kind of stands on it. The wolf doesn't stand up straight. It stands on an angle. But oh well, I like it. It's going back on the shelf. But there we go. Stay. I'm surprised I didn't glue the wolf on. I've glued so many of these together because some of them, as well designed as the statuettes are for NECA, sometimes when they're standing and stuff, because the some of them are so top heavy, and they're hard to stand. I've actually had to glue like the legs in place and stuff just to get them to not flop over, because I've been sitting on the couch in the middle of the night, you're bang, and I look over and there's a neck of toy lying on the floor, because it was just finally just gave up after a couple weeks of standing a certain way. But anyway, this was Off the Shelf Collectables, and I'm going to go enjoy my pizza, and I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.